Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Adventures on the Gorge, the adventure resort where wild meets wonderful on the rim of the New River Gorge in West Virginia. Find whitewater rafting, rock climbing, ziplining, and lodging at adventuresonthegorge.com.
There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
From NPR Music and heard around the world on the Voice of America with major funding provided by Chesapeake Energy and Spillman, Thomas & Battle. Welcome to the Mountain Stage with your host, Larry Gross.
There's a song in my heart, just a simple little tune. But the rhythm and the melody won't leave me alone. Around the world it's just a simple song. This world is turning around, a simple song. Thank you so much, and welcome once again to Mountain Stage Live Performance Radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. But we're not in West Virginia today. We're down in one of our very favorite places, Bristol, Tennessee, Virginia, at the Paramount Theater. And we are guests, as always, of the Birthplace of Country Music Alliance, because this is the spot where the big bang of country music took place in 1927. We always celebrate that when we're here, and we got a great show to celebrate it with. We got one of popular music's most talented people on this show. Mr. Vince Gill will be here during our next hour. We also have three women who make great harmonies, and they're here for the Bristol Rhythm and Roots Festival that last year and this year. Red Molly will be out during our next hour, too. Also a man who has kind of personifies Americana music, Mr. Jim Lauderdale, is going to be out just a little while. And a good friend of ours who's a big champion of traditional country music and folk music, John Lilly, is going to be out a little later on during this hour. But right now, we're happy to welcome, well, I could say for the first time, but it is the first time that he's been up front and center and in the spotlight. He's been on Mountain Stage 3 times before, but that was always playing along with people like his sister, Jessica Lee Mayfield, Among the Oak and Ash and Cadillac Sky. You might have seen him in any of those configurations. He's also a great producer. But finally, he's stepping out front where he ought to be. Originally from Kent, Ohio, lived down in Nashville, and now he just travels about 250 dates per year. His new CD, you can get it right now, called the David Mayfield Parade. And that's who they are. Please welcome the David Mayfield Parade.
Thank you, music lovers. Real quick, show of hands, how many of you are here? Oh, boy. For people listening, that's a very high percentage of them is here. That's good. Walking in circles 'cause she wouldn't pick up the phone. I'm not so sure that she's capable of being alone. I can't get near her to tell her that everything's fine. If she'd answer, I'd send her my love over telephone lines. Don't change the past 'cause it's already written, I know. Sometimes it feels like the future is coming so slow. I can't speed things up and I surely can't hold back time. No. If she'd answer, I'd send her my love over telephone lines. It's raining I'll stumble out into the street, and I'll paint her face on every lady I meet. Rain hits the pavement, it falls from above in my eyes. If she'd answer, I'd send her my love over telephone lines. It's raining in Boston tonight. Stars are hiding in my sky. Please don't forget, lady. Please don't forget, lady. Please don't forget me now. Was whiskey, and I was a duck. I'd swim to the bottom, and I'd never come up. I'd never come up again. Well, my father was a Christian man. He was sober as can be, but I had a taste for whiskey before I turned 13, and I'll never come up again. Oh, and it's don't you ever die, but spare man is now on his love. And when did I have me that fire? Where did I get that The ocean was a whiskey, and little Davy was a duck. That's me. I'd swim to the bottom, and I'd never come up. I'd never come up again. I'd never come up again. Come on!
I'd never come up again. I'd never come up again.
I don't believe you!
I'd never come up again. I'd never come up again.
Thank you. That last little bit was sex appeal I threw in for the ladies. We'll do a song now. I made a music video, and I'm very excited to say that it recently went all the way to #1 on my father's YouTube favorites channel. So I'm real excited. I'm taking YouTube by storm. It's a song that I wrote with my baby sister Jessica Lee Mayfield, and it's called "I Just Might Pray." Tired of being lonely, so I wished for someone like you. You prayed and then you found me. Well, you should pray we'll be together forever too. You're like an angel when the sun is in my eyes, like a savior, save me from this life. Give it all to have you in my arms tonight. Dear God, don't let this one slip away. I don't believe it, I just might pray. I just might pray. Come on! You're like an angel when the sun is in my eyes, like a savior, save me from this life. Give it all to have you in my arms tonight. I'm like a child when my heart is in your hands. You're a lesson I need to learn again. I'm falling and calling out to him. Oh. Dear God, don't let this one slip away. I don't believe it, I just might pray. I just might pray. Will I get it out? Like an angel when the sun is in my eyes, like a savior, save me from this life.
Like a savior,
Please.
save me from this life.
I'd give it all to have you in my arms tonight.
The David Mayfield Parade with Wes Langlois on electric guitar, Kristen Weber on fiddle, Shelby Means on bass, Joe Giotto on drums and vocal, and most of them sing. David Mayfield on guitar, vocal, and writing the songs. The new CD is the David Mayfield Parade on Ninth Grade Records. And on that new CD, the Avid Brothers also play along and sing along. A lot of folks help him out, including these folks here, the David Mayfield Parade. I'm sure you enjoyed that on the radio, but let me tell you, there is a visual aspect that you don't want to miss. So if you hear that David's coming your way, check it out live and in person. The David Mayfield Parade.
You're listening to a special Listener's Choice edition of Mountain Stage. Support for this podcast is provided by the West Virginia Tourism Office. There are places you visit and places you behold. You'll find natural wonders and endless experiences in the Mountain State, West Virginia, a place that's almost heaven. More information at wvtourism.com.
Our next guest has been with us 6 times before. I didn't realize the first time he visited us was 1992. He'd already been established as a songwriter, and his songs have been covered by everybody from George Jones to Patty Loveless to George Strait to Vince Gill and Solomon Burke and on and on and on. Back then, the word Americana music that wasn't used, really. But since it has been used, this man has become the personification of that genre, which is roots, American roots music, country music. And he not only won at the first Americana Music Association Honors and Award Show, he won Artist of the Year and Song of the Year. Then he became the host of that show, and he has been the host ever since. He also hosts his own webcast down in Nashville called Music City Roots. He's done so much with so many people. It's really hard to introduce him. Been out with Elvis Costello down at the Buffalo. Did several albums, 2 albums with Ralph Stanley, one of which both were nominated for Grammys. One won the Grammy. He's won 2 Grammy Awards himself. And now he's on his 3rd project with Robert Hunter, and that one is out there right now. And it's called Reason and Rhyme on Sugar Hill Records. Please welcome back to the mountain stage, Mr. Jim Lauderdale.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's great to be back here on Mountain Stage, and it's great to be here in Bristol. How is everybody? Like Larry was saying, I've got this new album. It's a bluegrass album. It's called Reason and Rhyme, and I did get to write all the songs with one of my favorite writers, I think one of the greatest writers ever, Mr. Robert Hunter. And here's a song off of it called Cruel Wind and Rain. Don't want to keep a good man down in favor of some perfect clown. Don't want to knock a good man to his knees. Don't want to keep a good man down in favor of some perfect clown who knows just who to kiss and who to please. Oh, that cruel wind and rain puts fever in my brain. It leaves my heart in pain. Oh, that cruel wind and oh, that driving rain and oh, my love, God knows who's to blame. Don't go to sleep on angry words. Heard that message from the birds. You'll wake up with the devil in your ear, telling you just how right you are, like you've always been so far. The kind of message we all love to hear. Oh, that cruel wind and rain puts fever in my brain. It leaves my heart in pain. Oh, that cruel wind and oh, that driving rain and oh, my love, God knows who's to blame. Oh, that cruel wind and oh, that driving rain and oh, my love, God knows who's to blame. Thank you. When I was writing this record with Robert Hunter, I sent him this melody, and I thought, you know, this thing that came to me, I for some reason it was reminding me of a Jimmy Rogers type song. And so sure enough, I didn't even say anything to him about it. He just went wild with it lyrically and came up with this, and it's kind of fitting that he hit the time period exactly, and now here I am in Bristol singing this song where Jimmy Rogers first recorded, and this one's called Jack Dempsey's Crown. Don't count me out until I'm down, still on my feet, if not for long. I'm the man who won Jack Dempsey's crown. Gather round, I'm gonna tell the town. Tell the town, tell the town. Get 'em jumping up and down. Let 'em smile, let 'em frown. 'Cause I'm the man who won. Yes, I'm the very one. Lock up when you're done. I am the man who won Jack Dempsey's crown. Show me a modicum of respect. You know I wasn't always such a wreck, but ever since I won Jack Dempsey's crown, it seems the only place to go was down. Tell the town, tell the town. Get 'em jumping up and down. Let 'em smile, let 'em frown. 'Cause I'm the man who won. Yes, I'm the very one. Lock up when you're done. I am the man who won Jack Dempsey's crown. Cut my baby teeth on the golden glove. The art of self-defense is my first love. That's how I come to win Jack Dempsey's crown. Didn't waste my time like some fool clown. Tell the town, tell the town. Get 'em jumping up and down. Let 'em smile, let 'em frown. 'Cause I'm the man who won. Yes, I'm the very one. Lock up when you're done. I am the man who won Jack Dempsey's crown. Yes, I'm the one who won Jack Dempsey's crown. Thank you. I'll tell you what, hey, do we have any animal lovers out there in the audience? Okay. Well, this is another one from Reason and Rhyme. It's called The Tiger and the Monkey. Tiger and the monkey went to war. Monkey rode in on a Labrador. Tiger came on roller skates, did some fancy figure eights, juggling a dozen plates or more. Strutting cocky to the nth degree, Monkey brought his field artillery. Look at what the tiger bought, some antebellum cannon shot, engraved with Louisiana filigree. Round and round and round again we go, round and round and round again, you know. You're sweet as a buttercup with the gold side up. Don't ever think of leaving till you go. Blackbird sitting on a daisy chain says maybe you should come out of the rain. Why don't you just postpone your war, clothe your hungry, feed your poor, before you raise your sword up once again? Round and round and round again we go, round and round and round again, you know. You're sweet as a buttercup with the gold side up. Don't ever think of leaving till you go. Well, now I've told you everything I know, but that never shut me up before. I've been dealing down the line, crooked decks and loaded dice. How far do you think your luck can go? Come on, kiss me quick now, Molly D. One for you, another one for me. We'll make love upon the fence, barring fatal accidents, proving how 1 and 1 can still make 3. You're sweet as a buttercup with the gold side up. Don't ever think of leaving till you go. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Well, those were off of Reason and Rhyme. And I want to bring this great band back out here. Let's give them a big hand. I couldn't... I'll tell you what, I couldn't be up here and without having them on something with me, and so I wanted to do a song. I put out a record I put out last year called Patchwork River, and it's an electric record I did with Robert Hunter, and so this one is. And before I do this one, I'll tell you what Larry was saying. I have had the honor of being on the show now 6 times, and you know, when you've been on the show 10 times, you get a jacket. And so I got 4 more, and anyway, just, you know, dropping a little hint there. It's going to be an awfully cold winter this year, but it's really great to be here tonight. Thank y'all for coming. What a great show this is this evening, and thank you. This one's called Jawbone. That girl from Juarez who called herself Juanita Perez. Do you remember the 2nd of June underneath the big round crescent moon? There was an old crab shack down by the water where Samson Dallas with the devil's daughter, where darling Corey's never awake and sweet Willie dies for true love's sake. I want to tell you about that time. I want to tell you about that time. I want to tell you about the good old days. Shut the door and pull up a cat. Jawbone talking on and on, talking on and on and on. Now Jawbone sound like a fever pitch, other times sounds like a rain. Ain't no telling what Jawbone says, 'cause it never sounds twice the same. I wanna tell you about that time. I wanna tell you about that time. I wanna tell you all the good old stories. Watch you hurry, here's your hat. Now Jawbone sound like a clarinet, other times sound like a drum. Jawbone sound like a dog in heat or a trumpet from the kingdom come. Now Jawbone got 1,000 tricks, the most you never saw. Jawbone talk about politics, religion and death and law. I wanna tell you about that time. I wanna tell you about that time. I wanna tell you about the good old days. Shut the door and pull up a cat. With Jesse James out before the West was won. On whose sad death Bob Ford was blamed by the barrel of a wagon tongue. Most of all, Juanita Perez, owner of a real fine dream. Ain't no matter what Jawbone says, always she's a central theme. I wanna tell you about that time. I wanna tell you about that time. Watch you hurry, here's your hat. I wanna tell you about that time. I wanna tell you about that time. I wanna tell you about the good old days. Shut the door and pull up a cat.
So much.
Thank you.
Mr. Jim Lauderdale right there with the Mountain Stage Band. And you heard several of his collaborations with Robert Hunter. They've co-written over 80 songs so far and done a couple of albums, and they're going to do another one because they got so many good songs that they've put together. His last album was The Electric, and this new one is done bluegrass style. So if you see him out there, he's got a fine bluegrass band he's traveling with. Reason and Rhyme on Sugar Hill Records is the name of the new one of Mr. Jim Lauderdale. We're going to end this hour with a good friend of ours who came down with us from Charleston, West Virginia. He's long been a champion of traditional music and traditional country music, as well as some Americana sounds. He, as a matter of fact, won in 2005 a songwriting contest sponsored by Hank Fest, Chicago-based festival honoring Hank Williams, and he's always been a champion of the great Hank Williams music. He's got several albums out there. He's probably going to do a tune from a couple of them. He's got one that's in the can, hadn't been named yet, but he recorded most of it down in Texas with Tommy Dedamore, and then the rest in Nashville with Tim O'Brien producing, and he's one of our favorite people. He also, as you'll find out, I think, he can yodel pretty good. Please welcome, if you would, back to the Mountain Stage, but for the first time down here, Mr. John Lilly.
Thank you, thank you. Seems like everywhere I go, the people say to me, what we want to know is, can you yodel lately? It's a sin to tell a lie, so I say to them, I say yes, indeed I do. For miles and miles around, you can hear them say, oh, that crazy sound. A little yodel goes a long way. Now let me tell you about a girl who I once knew. She was sweet and pretty and she was a little lady too. I loved her and I asked her if she loved me too. She said yes indeed I do. For miles and miles around you could hear her say, oh, that crazy sound. A little yodel goes a long way. Now late one night I met a man and he said to me, I can't sleep 'cause all I hear is your lady. Do you know what time it is, you crazy fool? I said yes indeed I do. For miles and miles around you could hear him say, oh, that crazy sound. A little yodel goes a long way. A little yodel-dee, 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 yodel-dee. A little yodel-dee, 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 yodel-dee. A little yodel-dee, 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 yodel-dee. A little yodel goes a long way. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I've had the privilege of spending a good bit of time in your area here. I had a very good friend named Ralph Blizzard. Anybody here familiar with the great Ralph Blizzard? Ralph was one of my closest friends. We played music together for about 18 years. For those of you who don't know, Ralph was a great East Tennessee fiddler, was born at Kingsport, and retired, well, he was born in 1918. Started his first band in 1934, Ralph Blizzard and the Southern Ramblers. And they played on WOPI and other radio stations and were quite a popular string band. He played up until the 1950s, when he retired from music. And then in the 1980s, he came back and formed the new Southern Ramblers. And I happen to have been a member of that band for a number of years. And Ralph is a very inspiring and creative individual. He played the old-time fiddle tunes, but he had his own way of playing them. We used to say Ralph never played the tune the same way once. And it's true. But anyway, he was a very creative individual, always inventing and creating and thinking. He called me up one time. I was getting ready for bed, about 11 o'clock at night. The phone rings. John, get a pencil. It was Ralph, and he'd been inspired. He was always trying to write songs and thought that he'd get rich someday. He never did, but we did write a few songs. He shared some ideas with me that night. He'd been in a church. He was a religious man. He'd been in a church, and he felt this cool breeze on his face that he couldn't explain any way other than that he was in the presence of the Almighty and having a physical experience. So he'd thought about this for years and then called me up one night to share these thoughts and ideas. He said, now you go write a song about that and call me back. So I did, and Julie Adams is going to help me sing it. It's called Spirit, Bend Close to Me. Lord, let your spirit bend close to me. Let me feel heaven's cool breath on me. Radiant beauty encompass me, and faithful forever I'll be. Spirit, Spirit, take me and make me whole. Spirit, Spirit, my eternal soul. Lord, let the light of your saints shine down, illuminating the world around. Although my body to earth is bound, the twinkle of heaven I'll see. Spirit, Spirit, take me and make me whole. Spirit, Spirit, bless my eternal soul. Lord, let your angels in whispers speak, touching their wings upon my cheek, leading and guiding me as I seek the pathway that you made for me. Spirit, Spirit, take me and make me whole. Spirit, Spirit, bless my eternal soul. Julie Adams, thank you so much. Well, I lived in Nashville for about 3 years. I went there to write songs. Ended up working 2 jobs just to make ends meet. First day job was very interesting. I was a tour guide at the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum. That was a lot of fun, but it only paid minimum wage, so I took a job waiting tables at night at a Mexican restaurant. That was not a good job. And in the meantime, I wasn't getting anywhere with my songwriting. I was trying to write songs while I brushed my teeth and driving to work. You know, it was real frustrating. I was having a bad night at the restaurant one night, and with all the noise and the sizzling fajitas and the customers and the stereo blaring, in the back of my mind, this beautiful old melody started to play. And it kind of calmed me, and by the end of the night, I felt a little bit better. And on the way home, I remember sitting at a red light, and the light turned green, and I realized at that moment that this was not an old song I was remembering, but it was something that was just being sent down from heaven down to me. It just was just a gift. It's called Blue Boy. Blue boy, tell me what's bothering you, boy. Don't look so sad. Those dreams you had, soon they may be coming true, boy. So smile for me, boy. Now don't let teardrops blind you. Put those blues behind you, blue boy. Tell me what's bothering you, boy. Don't look so sad. Those dreams you had, soon they may be coming true, boy. So smile for me, boy. skies will be up above you when you let me love you, blue boy. Hearts can be broken in two, boy, but they can mend. So if you try again, there's nothing that you can't do, boy. Smile for me, boy. Come on, smile for me, boy. Come on, smile, boy. How about this band? Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
John Lilly and the Mountain Stage Band. And John has a live CD out there right now called Live on Red Barn Radio. Mr. John Lilly from up in Charleston, West Virginia.
Mountain Stage is supported in part by this station and by West Virginia Public Broadcasting. Hotel accommodations for Mountain Stage guests are provided by the Charleston Marriott Town Center, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. You're listening to Mountain Stage from NPR.
Thank you so much. Welcome back to Mountain Stage. Live performance radio right here in Bristol, Tennessee, Virginia. If you just tuned in, we're glad you did. We think you will be too. You've already heard a lot of great music, but still to come. One of the greatest, Mr. Vince Gill, will be out during this hour. But we're going to open up with three young women who have not been with us before, but I bet you've heard them before. They play at festivals all over the country, and they have a brand new record. I mean brand new. As you're listening to this, you'll just be able to get it. They are Laurie McAllister, Abby Gardner, and Molly Venter. And Laurie and Abby met back in 2004 at a folk festival that they were attending. They weren't performing that time. They were just visiting. And they got together around the campfire. Boy, it sounds like a movie script. And this sounds pretty good. Next thing you know, they were playing music together, and they were on the folk festival. They weren't attending it. They were playing there, and now they do that all over the country. That new record is called Light in the Sky. Since that time, they have evolved and have a new member. Molly is the newest member. She's just been with them about a year. They're all singer-songwriters in their own right, but together. And please welcome for the first time to the Mountain Stage. They're known as Red Molly.
Put one foot in front of the other, stepping into the here and now. I'm not sure just where I'm going, but I will get there anyhow. direction, I follow my nose to where I'll stand. My heart's still strong and I know I'll make it. I'll sit right down in the promised land. Sister, come and walk beside me till our pathways do divide. Nothing much but love to give you, even less have I to hide. When you left me in the springtime, so many questions in my mind. Summer came, you left me waiting, but not one answer could I find. Well, I saw you in the Rocky Mountains, felt you on the great North Sea. It's a lonesome road that I have to travel. You will always be with me. Sister, come and walk beside me till our pathways do divide. Nothing much but love to give you, even less have I to hide. I hear laughter in the springtime, I feel comfort in the wind. I see hope in hopeless faces, someday they will love again. Sister, come and walk beside me till our pathways do divide. Nothing much but love to give you, even less have I. People come and walk beside me until our pathways do divide. Nothing much but love to give you, even less have I to
Ooh, thank you. Hello, Bristol. We're so happy to be here. Last time we were on this stage for the Rhythm and Roots Fest, we ran out so excited. We said, "Hello, Virginia!" And we heard some muffled laughter like that, and we learned that this side of the street is Tennessee. We were like, are we in the right place? But yes. So, to my right, playing bass for you, this year she landed her first national TV commercial singing the Folgers theme song. That's right, Miss Laurie McAllister.
For better or worse, it's become our most requested song. To my right, playing dobro for you, she just put out a brand new solo CD called Hope. It's a beautiful CD. And the last 7 years have been the best 7 years of my life because I've gotten to stand next to this lady on stage every night, my friend, Abby Gardner.
Last August, we went on a search for a brand new Molly to fill out the band, and we found her in Austin, Texas, but since then we've been taking her all sorts of places, all the way to Alaska, Virginia, Texas, even New Jersey. And we couldn't be happier to have her with us in the band. Make her feel welcome, Molly Venter.
Thank you. So this tune I wrote right when I was joining the band. I was feeling ecstatic to be joining Red Molly and also feeling less than ecstatic about certain situations. And so I just kind of thought about that whole having the really happy and the really sad go on at the same time. And I wrote this little lullaby to myself. It's called Hold It All.
what you want from this life, but I'm trying. I'm trying to do what I can, trying to be who I am, and I'm tired. I'm tired. All my might and all my will only get me farther still, and I want to hold it all, to hold it all, help me hold it all, whoa, hold it all. To do with this love that I've tasted, cause I can't put it down, I can't figure it out, and I'm wasted, so it seems there's no escape. We are part beauty and part heartbreak, but I want to hold it all, to hold it all, help me hold it all, oh, hold it all. What you want from this life, but I'm trying. I wanna go all over the world and start living free. I know that there's somebody who is waiting for me. I'll build a boat steady and true. As soon as it's done, I'm gonna sail along in the dream of my dear someone. One little star smiling tonight knows where you are. Stay, little star, steady and bright, to guide me afar. Rush, little wind, over the deep, for now I've begun. Hurry and take me straight into the arms of my dear someone. Hurry and take me into the arms of my dear someone.
Thank you. Well, like Abby said, we've been traveling all over, and we get inspired by different places. And one of our favorite places to go so far was Alaska, because they're wild. And well, and when our booking agent proposed it to us, we heard through the grapevine that there was kind of a 10-to-1 male to female ratio. We heard that, so we said, oh, okay, sure. And we'll go. And we got there, and the second show in Palmer, Alaska, we asked the audience, we said, is it true, this 10-to-1 female-male ratio? And one of the women piped up. She said, yeah, the odds are good, but the goods are odd. And the men were chuckling the loudest, I swear. Very proud they were.
Well, needless to say, we've had an amazing time here. It's over too quickly. So thank you, Bristol, and thank you, Mountain Stage. We'll see you next time.
Sometimes I go walking through the fields where we walked long ago in the sweet used to be. And the flowers still grow, but they don't smell as sweet as they did when you picked them for me. And when I think of you and the love we once knew, how I wish I could go back in time. Do you ever think back on old memories like that? Or do I ever cross your mind? Do you ever wake up lonely in the middle of the night because you miss me? Do you, darling? Or do your memories ever take you back to another place in time? Do you ever miss the feelings and the love that we shared when you were with me? Tell me, darling, or do I ever cross your mind? How often I wish that again I could kiss your sweet lips like I did long ago. And how often I long for those two loving arms that once held me so tender and close. And when I think of you and the love we once knew, how I wish I could go back in time. Do you ever recall those old memories at all? Or do I ever cross your mind? Do you ever wake up lonely in the middle of the night because you miss me? Tell me, darling, or do your memories ever take you back to another place in time? Do you ever miss the feelings and the love that we shared when you were with me? Do you, darling, or do I ever cross your mind? Tell me, darling, do I ever cross your mind?
Laurie McAllister, Abby Gardner, and Molly Venter. Red Molly is the name of the group. That new CD that is just out, you can get it now, is called Light in the Sky. Big favorites here in Bristol, and big favorites at the Bristol Rhythm and Roots reunion. They were big hits there, and they're likely to be returning. So check them out here or wherever you see them. Red Molly is the name of the group.
You're listening to a special Listener's Choice edition of Mountain Stage. Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Adventures on the Gorge, the adventure resort where wild meets wonderful on the rim of the New River Gorge. Find whitewater rafting, rock climbing, ziplining, and lodging at adventuresonthegorge.com. You can hear Mountain Stage guest performances, including songs not heard on radio, at NPR Music. npr.org/mountainstage.
Our last guest is a very, very special one. When we come to Bristol, we like to do special things in celebration of the birthplace of country music here. And here's a man who's explored every part of country music and far beyond. He started out in bluegrass music, got into mainstream country, into pop, and he's gone just about everywhere. And if there was such a thing as a triathlon or pentathlon for music, he would no doubt win, because he can not only sing wonderfully, he writes great songs, and he's a wonderful guitar player and musician of all sorts. If you listen to Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, you know that he's a pretty funny guy, too. He's been a host of many things, including the CMA Awards for many, many years. He's won just about everything there is to win. Sold 26 million records to date, 20 Grammy Awards, 18 CMA Awards. He is in the Country Music Hall of Fame, as well as the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame. And folks, he's a heck of a nice guy. Please welcome, if you would, right now to the Mountain Stage, Mr. Vince Gill.
Thank you, folks. How nice. Oh. Thank you, sir. I hope it's that nice when I'm done. It's great to be here. Great to be here tonight. And this is holy ground to me. This is where music I first learned to play, where it was first recorded, right here in this town. 1927, isn't that right? Isn't that right? Oh. Hey, you're laughing at me like I'm a dumb. What's going on? Well, you got my number. You got my name, baby. Why don't you call me Little Liza Jane? Well, you got that body, baby. You got that frame. So why don't you call me Little Liza Jane? Girl, I got it bad for you. There ain't nothing I won't do. Just one kiss and I'll never be the same. Little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza. don't you call me little Liza Jane. Come on, baby. But tell me why don't you call me little Liza Jane? Hey, yeah. Thank you, folks. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Let me introduce you to these people up here playing with me tonight. This fella and I have been friends for over 30 years. We played music together all that time. That's Mr. Pete Wasner on the piano. On the bass tonight, legendary David Hungate. Would you make David feel welcome? And back here, that poor guy's been staring at my butt for 25 years. Nothing little therapy won't cure. That's Billy Thomas back there on the drums. And I'm Mr. Amy Grant. Glad to be here. No, that's the... You know, he read off a lot of nice things I've accomplished in my career, but I don't think any of them compare to talking Amy Grant into marrying me. I'm an ornery old musician, though, I must say it. After seeing them red mollies out here, I'm pulling for Mitt Romney so we can all be Mormons and I can marry all three of them. Oh, just kidding. Oh, probably hadn't ought to said that. I made a career out of that. I'll be all right. No, I mentioned Amy because I'm about to sing a song that I wrote about her back in 1993. I met Amy for the first time back then. We were doing a TV show together, a Christmas show together, and man, we hit it off like the first time we said hi to each other. It was really magical, and I just kind of thought we were going to be great friends for the rest of our life, and then lo and behold, things changed drastically, and we're married. It's great. And anyway, I came home from that trip completely just mesmerized by her kindness and all these things that I'd heard so much about all these years. But what I was most taken with more than anything was her smile. When she smiled, I just thought that was one of the most beautiful things I'd ever seen. And I came home, and Pete and I were working on some songs, and he said to me, he said, "What do you want to write songs about today?" And I said, "Well, I met that Amy Grant girl the other day, and she's got a really pretty smile." I said, "I thought it'd be neat to write a song about her smile." And so he said, "Okay." So we wrote this song about her smile. First few lines, we had their smile covered, and then we kind of had to make the rest of it up because we didn't know her very good. But this song was the result. Face of an angel, pretty eyes that shine. I lie awake at night, wishing you were mine. I'm standing here holding the biggest heartache in town. Whenever you come around, I'll get weak in the knees and I lose my breath. Oh, I try to speak, but the words won't come. I'm so scared to death. feel just like a kid. What is it about you that makes me keep my feelings here? I wish I could tell you, but the words can't be found. Whenever you come around, I get weak in the knees and I lose my breath. Oh, I try to speak, but the words won't come. I'm so scared to death. When you smile, that smile, the world turns upside down. Whenever you come around. Oh, I get weak in the knees and I lose my breath. Oh, I try to speak when the words won't come. I'm so scared to death. And when you smile, that smile, the world turns upside down. Whenever you come around, when you smile, that smile, the world turns upside down. Whenever you come around, whenever you come around. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate that. I sing you a song that I wrote about my father. My father was quite a character. He was a lawyer by trade, but a redneck by birth. My father was old school. I mean, that just didn't mess around with my dad one bit. If you screwed up, you just got your ass kicked right then. And no gray area, no nothing. You messed up. Pow! Oh, I'm not gonna do that again. My dad was anyway. He was very gruff. He probably, if you could wrap up Patton, John Wayne, and Clint Eastwood, you'd have my father. And he was a very imposing fellow too. He was about 6'3" and weighed over 300 pounds. And if you're about 6 or 7, that'll scare the hell out of you. And he would go to work, and be that lawyer that he was by trade. Then he'd come home, and he'd turn into that redneck that I always knew he was. He'd take off that suit and tie and put on some overalls with no shirt and a ball cap, and some work boots. And that's imposing, man. 6'3", 300 pounds. You guys remember the wrestler Haystack Calhoun? That was my dad. And anyway, he never without a cigarette. Never, never, never without a lit cigarette. Always had one going. And I told you he was gruff. He'd look at me and he'd say, "Don't make me come over there. I'll give you something to cry about, boy." Best thing he ever said to me, "I'll knock you through a wall and I'll make you fix it." Yeah, I'd love to see somebody in this era go to my father and tell him that time out would be a good thing for his children. You want me to do what? You want me to set him in a corner for 30 minutes? I think I'll just kick his ass and that'll be the end of it. Such was my life. All the therapy Billy didn't get, I did. No, but, I wouldn't sit here today. I wouldn't play this guitar. I wouldn't sing songs if it wasn't for my old man. I remember he sat me down when I was very young. I had a guitar, dragging it around. I know when I was just a couple years old, I still have pictures of me just laying with a guitar anywhere near me. And he sat me down when I was real young, and he showed me G, C, and D. Then he looked at me and he goes, "You're on your own. That's all I know." The first thing I learned was recorded right here in this town. But anyway, I wrote this song for him after he passed away back in '97, and hope you enjoy it. It's called "The Key to Life." I'd love to hear my daddy play once again all the songs that he taught me when I was a kid. John Henry, Old Shell, and Faded Love, I fall to pieces and on the wings of a dove. Well, just a few chords on the banjo, well, that was all he knew. But in the eyes of a child, man, his fingers flew. Well, I practiced and I practiced till I got it right. I packed up everything, just took off one night. Well, I made it from the beer joints to the opera stage, but he said the only difference is what you're getting paid. And he didn't care that everybody knew my name. He said it's all for nothing if you don't stay the same. And when he died, the preacher cried and said he's the lucky one. Well, he's walking hand in hand with God's only son. Well, my faith and common sense tell me the preacher's right, but I'd love to hear the banjo ring for me tonight. And I will honor my father with these words I write down, and as long as I remember him, he'll always be around. Man, the pain of losing him cuts like a Randall knife. I learned a few chords on the banjo was the key to life. Yeah, the pain of losing him cuts like a Randall knife. I learned a few chords on the banjo was the key to life. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I'd like to sing a new song for you, if you don't mind. I have a new record coming out here in, I think, a month or two, something like that. I don't believe it until I actually see it in a store. So, you know, I've made records for a long time, but I couldn't prove it because nobody had them. But anyway, I hung in there. I didn't know how to do anything else. And anyway, I've been working on this record for a long time. And I wrote this song with my beautiful wife, Amy, and a couple other fellas, Dylan O'Brien and the late Will Owsley. Will was my guitar playing buddy and guitar shopping buddy. We used to go shopping more than we went playing them. And unfortunately, he took his life a year or so ago. And I wish he could have seen this song come to fruition. Big word for an Okie right there, but I got through it pretty good. But see if you like it. It's called Threaten Me with Heaven. I can see the tears upon your face. No hiding place. And you're afraid that soon I will be gone. But time will still go on. You're searching for the answers you can't find. What's the worst thing that could happen if they say my time is through? Can they take away the love or the years I've shared with you? What's the worst thing that could happen? What's the worst that they can do? Threaten me with heaven, that's all they can do. Threaten me with heaven if they want to. Threaten me with heaven, I believe that it's true. Threaten me with heaven, I'll be waiting on you. I hear angels through the window pane calling my name. Someday when they carve my name in stone, I won't be alone. And if by chance a miracle appears, I'll dry your tears. What's the worst thing that could happen if they say my time is through? Can they take away the love or the years I've shared with you? What's the worst thing that could happen? What's the worst that they can do? Threaten me with heaven, that's all they can do. Threaten me with heaven if they want to. Threaten me with heaven, I believe that it's true. Threaten me with heaven, I'll be waiting on you. What's the worst thing that could happen if they say my time is through? Can they take away the love or the years I've shared with you? What's the worst thing that could happen? What's the worst that they can do? Threaten me with heaven, that's all they can do. Threaten me with heaven if they want to. Threaten me with heaven, I believe it's true, Lord. Threaten me with heaven, I'll be waiting on you. I'll be waiting on you. Thank you, folks. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I'll leave you all with this song. This is probably, if I get to be remembered by one song, I think it'll be this one. I appreciate the opportunity to come down here and play some music for you. I love when you share a stage with so many different kinds of people and so many different kinds of musicians, and this was a real gift today to get to meet some new friends and hear some people play music and sing music that I had never had the opportunity to do that with. And so as I leave here and go home, I'm the one that got the blessing tonight. So thank you. God bless. It's a song that I wrote for my brother when he passed away. Driving over here this morning, I heard a gospel group singing it on Sunday morning. Made me feel awful good. I know your life on earth was troubled, and only you could know the pain. You weren't afraid to face the devil. You were no stranger to the rain. Gold is high on that mountain. The sun you were on earth is done. Go to heaven shouting love for the Father and the Son. Oh, how we cried the day you left us. We gathered round your grave to grieve. Wish I could see the angels' faces when they hear your sweet voice sing. Gold is high on that mountain, 'cause son, you on earth is done. Go to Son, your work on earth is done. Go to heaven shouting love for the Father and the Son. Go to heaven shouting love for the Father and the Son. Thanks, folks. God bless. Thanks for having me.
Mr. Vince Gill, new record on MCA, Guitar Slinger.
That was nice. It's exactly like when I came out, kind of. No, I just found out that I didn't play as long as I was supposed to, and if I wanted to get paid, I had to do one more. Y'all are tough over here. I think if you ask any songwriter what his favorite song is, he'll usually tell you the next one. And, so I thought I'd leave you with something brand new. This is a song that I wrote for Amy. I didn't get it on my new record because I was finished before I had written this song. I wanted to sing it for her tonight because she's going through a rough stretch. She lost her mom just about 3 months ago. And then just 2 days ago, she took our 18-year-old to New York City to go to college. She came home a little bit wounded. So being the redneck Okie that I am, I bought her an Airstream. So I really don't want to stay here any longer than I have to because she's waiting at home. No, but if you've never met her, I've never met a kinder soul in my life. She has a quality that I envy. It doesn't matter who it is, she sees everybody exactly the same, the way you're supposed to. And if you're in a conversation with her, she doesn't look over your shoulder, look at her watch, or find a way to get out of the conversation. She'll stay until you're done. It kind of makes my life a bit of a drag, but because I'm waiting on her all the time. But best job I ever had, I guarantee you. Waiting for that sweet thing. But I wrote her this song, and it's called The Red Words. The Bible says that we're all equal, but I've seen times when that ain't true. 'Cause I've been good and I've been evil, and I've been forgiven too. I've learned that you can't fight a liar. I've learned the truth can set you free. The one I love and most admire is lying right here next to me. Well, she's her best in conversation. I've never seen her turn away. She's an open invitation, just just like the Bible's red words say. The red words cut the deepest. The red words are the call. The red words call Jesus. They mean the most of all. She'd take a bullet for her children. She'd give them all her last breath. Always there and always willing. Mother's love never rests. And I know black's her favorite color. Cause without it, there's no depth. She says she loves me like no other. I think I know why Jesus wept. The red words cut the deepest. The red words are the call. The red words call Jesus. They mean the most of all. We'll show some kindness to a stranger and be grateful for today. And open up your family Bible and read what the red words say. Open up your family Bible and read what the red words say.
The new album on MCA is Guitar Slinger. Mr. Vince Gill. It's probably available right now as you're listening to this. What a talent. He wrote all the songs. It's the first album he's made in the studio in a good while. So you got to check that out. Guitar Slinger on MCA. Our great thanks to Mr. Vince Gill and all the great musicians that he brought with him. And our thanks to Red Molly, and our thanks to John Lilly and Jim Lauderdale and the David Mayfield Parade. And as always, thanks to you folks here at the Paramount Theater in Bristol, Tennessee, Virginia. And our thanks to the birthplace of country music, Alliance, for bringing us down here and celebrating the birthplace of country music, which took place here in 1927 when Ralph Peer came down. It's a great collection. A box set of the Bristol sessions from 27 and 28 put out last year by Bear Family Records. And as a matter of fact, we're going to do an ending song that I heard there. It's an old tune I imagine you've heard, but it was recorded on the Bristol sessions in 1927 by B.F. Shelton. Mount Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Adam Harris. Associate producer is Linda McSparron. Assistant producer is Jeff Shirley. Production manager is Paul Flaherty. We're engineered by Francis Fisher, Richie Collins, and Jim Raines. With production assistance from Michael Lipton, Ryan Fletcher, Joey Ansel, Mary Lee, Patrick Stevens, Lance Schrader, and Woogie. Photographic services are provided by Brian Blauser. Promotions coordinated by Michael Lipton, Adam Harris, and Josh Saul. Music in Motion Promotions. Lodging is provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, simply located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston. Why don't you go ahead and hear some live music wherever you are, just as soon as you can. You've been listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the mountain state of West Virginia. Pretty Polly, would you think it unkind? Pretty Polly, would you think it unkind if I sat down beside you and tell you my mind?
Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser and by the West Virginia Tourism Office. This is NPR.